Let's Play! Hi guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Hyrule Warriors. It's been actually a very long time since I've recorded. To put this into perspective, this is the first part with new patch notes. We're now on version 1.5.0, meaning that yes, the Majora's Mask pack is out. I do have Young Link and Tingle, who I am not looking forward to playing as the latter, but really enjoy the former. So, this means now we can get characters up to level 200 because, hey, that's like double Pokemon standards. New mixtures, metals, new weapon skills, new functionalities, all that good stuff has come in between. I was actually really hoping that, oh, and one other thing that came with it too is longer load times, because they now added the option to quick reset missions, which is very nice, but the load times are longer because of it, so that's not cool. I was really hoping to get these all done before the pack came out, but that didn't end up happening because school, you know, it's a constantly looming threat. Worse than Ganondorf in my opinion, but now we are headed to, let's just see here. Did we do these missions on easy? No, we did them on normal, so let's do this one on normal too. We're now headed into the Sia version of the Twilight Princess level here, which is weird because it's connected to Lake Hylia instead of it being connected to this one, you know? It's like, it's kind of strange that it's connected there, but okie dokes. We are going to be playing, though, as the one person we haven't played yet. That is the amazing Mr. Volga, who we actually have some good, fairly decent weapons for. I say, you know, good and then fairly decent. That kind of contradicts, but it doesn't. We're going to use Fire Plus because that's probably the best one for him. And yes, enjoy.
Sia had conquered the land of Hyrule in the blink of an eye, and claimed pieces of the Triforce as the spoils of her victory. Intoxicated by the power of the complete Triforce, she fell further under Ganondorf's sway. At his urging, she ripped time and space open to create portals to 3 other eras of Hyrule's storied past. Immediately, she sensed a power emanating from the era of Twilight. She set off to discover whether it was a resource to control or an enemy to destroy.
Well, let us use that conundrum to our advantage. As you can see here, we have our forces, we have Midna's forces, and we have Xanth's forces. Who will we be siding with? Probably none of them. I think we fight them all because we're just that cool. So I guess I could show off the BGM select. You can change the song to whatever song you'd like. Mostly because I don't really care for the song that's actually on this stage. It's one of my lesser liked ones. Let's go with Hard Linked. You don't hear this one quite often, but I really enjoy it. So though we are Volga, one of the top tier characters in the game according to most people, because of his innate ability to, if you dodge an enemy attack that immediately counter, you break their guard. So here is his basic combo string. It's really good. He is you know, we fought him so many times, you know, it's like you've seen this moveset, but now that you're actually using it, it's quite a bit different. His heavy attack is this one, which breaks guards, and just overall is a decent attack. It's not really functional like his other ones. I think this is the one, though, that will break guards when used in retaliation. Not sure if it's just that one or if it's any of his moves. But yes, so now we have his Light Heavy, which is just a quick little slash at the ground. It's a launcher, I'm pretty sure, on some enemies. We have 1, 2, that's not it. He does a slash with his Dragon Claw. This is his 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the best one. You are fully invincible during this time. And you just completely blow up the area. He is so fun. And then finally, if you, I think that's the last one actually, because I tried to do it again and there wasn't one. Let's just check to be sure. We want to go combos. Yes, he only has the 4. But that's fine, because you don't really need much else after that. So we have to defeat Midna or Xanth. Let's go after Midna. Because, well, no, yeah, let's go after Midna, because then we'll get Zant on our side, I think? And I'd rather fight Midna's red. I'd rather fight Midna than have to fight Zant. Because fighting Zant is pretty terrible. But yeah, no, you can just do this over and over. No repercussion to turning into a giant dragon. I mean, you know, that seems like a super move. Speaking of, this is his super move. It's a decent room clearer, not the best. I mean, this guy has good enough stuff on his own, but no, Volga is really fun to play as. Definitely a character that if you're having trouble with something, it's like I'd level him up, make sure that he can do all that good stuff. Don't let allied base fall. Oh crap, there's people invading the allied base. Intercept Midna's troops. Will do, Mistress Sia. I will do anything for her. Gotta say, I think I've addressed this in earlier parts, but oh, here's his weak point smash. He gets like wings on his back, which you don't see for many other animations, which is cool. There's a lot of fans love Volga and want him back really desperately for another a canon Zelda game, if you will. Well, a canon Zelda game, that is what it is, what they want him in. I mean, that's not an if you will, that's what they want him in. There's a lot of fan art of him, mostly naked. Yep, no. I like browsing Tumblr looking at opinions on Hyrule Warriors because I'm a terrible person, especially after Sia's clothing debacle. Oh, and it still goes on. People still say, like, this game would be a 10 out of 10, but because I can see some boo-boos, it is a 1 out of 10 because it offends me because she's not a strong female character and just stuff. So, that's a whole nother shtick. Whatever you think of about that, that is your opinion, but I personally think, whatever, you know, isn't that slut-shaming to say, like, no, she can't dress how she wants to, she needs to be a prude? I don't know. And then there's a whole thing of, oh, no, she was designed by a male, but, okay, well, no, she was designed by a female. Well, guess what? Maybe it's because the female was controlled by the patriarchy, and, oh, Tumblr. But, yeah, no, there's a lot of fan art, especially with Link, Ganondorf. Really, all the villains in this game, aside from Sia, even Wizro has a lot of fan art and a lot of girls clamoring on him, which I don't know. Maybe I'm just not hip like those other girls, but I don't really get it. I mean, like Volga is a cool character. There ain't denying that. He is fun to play as. He's cool. He's like he's a human version of the Dragon of Ocarina of Time made into a canon character. Like that is downright nifty, if you ask me. But, like, why is the music not looping? There we go. But it's like, there's just a creepy obsession with him. But whatever, I mean, there's creepy obsessions with all characters. But it's strange, they all make him blonde. I mean, we don't really see his hair. I don't even know if he has hair. Or really much of a face. But, like, I never pictured him as a blonde. Maybe in the art book, which I don't own because it's stupidly expensive, it shows him with hair or something. Or maybe they're just doing it so that shipping it with Link is cuter, because he is shipped with Link a lot. It's a side of the fan base I try not to think about. I really do. Mind you, I'm a part of many fan bases where that is a thing, so that kind of sucks. But no, Volga, he's a fun character. I like him. I guess I don't know what else to say other than he was a free DLC character, which for a lot of people was a big plus. I know a lot of people are down about DLC. They hate it. They think it's, this idea of, okay, a game's finished, leave it be. But I don't know, I almost feel more like, because there's always cut content. And if a developer is given the option to increase the content in a game, or like put in the rest of that content that they missed, I say have at her. It was part of the original vision as is. Why get rid of it now? It's like, now mind you, not leaving, like taking out content and saying like, yeah, no, you're gonna have to pay for this later. It's not a, it's like this is already complete. Day one DLC essentially. I don't agree with that. Well, I do partially agree with one part of it. If it is one piece of day one DLC, if it is a single thing, you know, because there is a time in the period of production. This is my game knowledge time right here. During game production, there's actually a long period where you can't, like, the game has to be content complete, and you're not allowed to add anything for it after a certain point. That's in that time period, then, you're not supposed to, you know, it's like, what are the developers supposed to do? It's like, you know, in that time period, that's when they make that DLC. In the period where they can't change anything in the game because it's sent off to the ESRB, and it's like, you know, that I understand if there's one piece of it. But if there's any more, then I don't agree with it. You know, if for example, Evolve, this is dating the video, just came out, and it's like, it is really full of all this day one DLC. And I've heard people saying like, oh, it's because it won't fit on the game disc, and it's like, well, then why don't they make it free? Or like, why don't they just have a game update for it? But it's like, I don't know. Now, this game, I've actually heard, I didn't listen to it, because I don't like listening to rant pieces from video games, or on video game media, because they just get me angry, so I just try to avoid them, in general. But, Jim Quisition, he did a video on how Hyrule Warriors does DLC right, in which I totally agree. It not only is very much worth it, like, this game has hours and hours and hours of content, and it's like, and you just keep getting more and more, and in addition you keep getting, you know, it's like, it's released in a way that you're always constantly being fed new stuff, and it feels good. Like, not only, like, it keeps you coming back, even if you reach a point where you're like, okay, I'm stuck in the game, I can't do anything else. It's like, oh, new DLC, check out these new characters that might help you with levels that you couldn't do before. Or, hey, check out these new mixtures that'll make it easier. It's like, now there's a mixture that makes your SP constantly recover. Like, that's a thing that's in it now, in addition to bonus experience and all sorts of ones. A lot of changes that people asked for, and it's like, you know, it's awesome that they listened. So, I agree. Hyrule Warriors does DLC in a way that is really good. And in fact, it's still not done yet. There's still one DLC pack. And like, I paid, it was what, $20 or something for the DLC season pack, and it's an actual season pass, as opposed to with other games where it's like, okay, you buy a season pass and you're just given costumes. It's like, no thanks. Argarok has appeared. Time to fight dragon to dragon. Where is Argarok though? Let's find him. Santa's escaping towards the magic circle. Well, we won't let him do that, except we have to because we're locked in here right now. Okay, now let me out. Or how do I get out? Where's the exit? Oh god, oh, I have to get all the way... What? How am I supposed to get out? Do I have to capture this one now down here? Because, like, yeah, all the exits here are locking me in. Agatha appeared. Well, let's go kill her. Why is Agatha even here? Oh, she was chasing a little ladybug, and then she just happened to stumble into the Twilight Realm. Oh, wow, there's the key. Yeah, back here. So, we haven't unlocked Agatha yet. She is one of the, I think, 4 characters you unlock from Adventure Mode. So, we will be getting to her. It actually takes a surprising amount of work to unlock the DLC characters, too. Like, I thought it would just be... oh, you know, just do a couple missions, but it's like, no, they're pretty deep in there. So, defeat Argarok or Agatha? Well, we're gonna get rid of Agatha. And, yeah, no, so we'll be getting her. We'll be playing as everyone eventually. I mean, that's just how it works. Like, every character is basically playable now, except for, like, the big bosses. And watch as I'm saying that, it's gonna be like, that's gonna be a thing coming up. I still think that's a thing. With the, because it's called the boss pack here and the Ganon pack in Japan, so I'm guessing they're gonna be made characters. Quickly intercede Zant. I will. Where's the little screamer? There he is. Wow, look at all these enemies. Sure would be a shame if someone turned into a dragon and killed them all. Like this. Beautiful destruction. Oh my gosh. Also dragon form or whatever. No, focus spirit, not dragon form. Just full-blown And you can even, if you do Dragon Form in this, it's like, it goes even faster. And like, we already got 60 kills with it. Like, we are burning fast Ranger speed. One cool thing is that with the alternate costumes, well, the DLC, these free LC characters, if you will, they have alternate costumes, unlike the other DLC characters who don't have any alternate costumes. Aside from, I think, Young Link might have one? I'm not sure about that. But yeah, no, the rest of them don't. But these guys do, and the cool thing is, Volga has the only palette reference that is a non-Zelda franchise reference. Every other color palette reference is usually like either an original color based on like just general themes or another Zelda character, but Volga is the one that actually has one that's just a full-blown original costume. Well, costume based off of another. I said that completely wrong. It's a costume based off of Dynasty Warriors. I'm just not gonna say much else as to keep it from being spoiled from you. But we shall see, and it's really cool. It is definitely a very nice reference for anybody who has played Dynasty Warriors, like me, once. I played 8 Extreme Legends at lunch when I worked at BioWare. That was fun. He's a very angry man. You can turn him just into a dragon. Like I said, though, I definitely like Volga to be a character in Zelda. I think all the original characters, really, they're Zelda-like. I've heard people complain like, oh, they're all too anime, or they're all too whatever. But no, it's like, for sure, I definitely love for them to be migrated into a proper Zelda game. Look at all these items. I think the update also increased the frequency of items, because it seems like you're getting a lot more. But yes, no, next time we are headed back to Skyloft, we're going to be doing the Demon Lord. So who would that be? Well, I bet you already know. He's very, very white and very, very fabulous. No, I'm not talking about Will Ferrell. You'll see next time, guys. Thank you for watching. Ciao.